What's going on, guys? Welcome back. I am Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs, and I am here with an all-new review of The Gray Man on Netflix now. It's streaming. It's directed by the Russo brothers, stars Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, Anna de Armas, Bob Thornton. There's a ton of people in this movie, recognizable faces and such. It just came out yesterday. I had a chance to watch it yesterday. I'm a little beat. We did a 12-hour charity event yesterday where we live streamed the entire 12 hours. It was hosted by myself and Casey from the Scene Snobs. So I'm exhausted. But I did want to hop on here and I want to talk to you guys about this movie because, it was... Anyway, let's just get into it. How's that sound? So the movie is about a convicted felon who was put away and was then recruited by the CIA when he was real young to be trained and become an agent to kind of go out and take out bad people, as they say. So he goes out and does that. They call him a gray man, which I guess is part of this team. And Billy Bob Thornton is the one who runs it. Flash forward like 20, 25 years later, it's now present day. Billy Bob Thornton's character is retired. He's still doing the job. Ryan Gosling's character, who's named Six in the movie, which is, of course, there's different numbers for each felon that had taken the job and kind of worked with it. And he gets put on an assignment to take somebody out. Things kind of go awry. And just to give you a little bit, there's going to be some spoilers in this. So if you're waiting to watch it, maybe go check it out. Come back, give a like, give a subscribe. Come check this out. But I do want to get into it a little bit because I want to talk about this movie and exactly what I thought of it and such. So he finds out through the guy who was his target that he was one of the members of the team, of Billy Bob Thornton's team, and now they seem to be taking them all out. But he had evidence that the guy who's sending everybody, who's played by, I think his name is John Rene Page. He's the one from Bridgerton, if I remember correctly. Jean Page. I think he's the one from Bridgerton. That's the one I recognize. So he is now leading that CIA team, and he wants all of them gone. They're called the Sierra team. He wants them all gone. And, once he finds out that Six gets the evidence against him, all bets are off. He hires Chris Evans, maniac, private sector, resident torturer, and psychopath to do anything at all costs to get Six, who is like probably the best trained operative that they have. So it goes a little crazy and a little awry from there. Everything's hunting down. Anna de Armas is in it. She plays another agent who had worked with Six and just like feels like something's off. So she takes it upon herself to investigate and find out for herself. So let me just get into this. You kind of see where it's going. It is this whole thing of like the man on the run, sort of it's not The Fugitive, but sort of in the vein of The Fugitive. Like he's being chased by everybody and everything. He's on the run. He's got to try and survive it and get out of it. And that is what it is. Now, overall, I want to compare this movie to another Netflix film that's very similar with kind of how production is, things like that, and what they were putting together. And that's Red Notice. Now, Red Notice I liked. I didn't love it. I did like it. I thought everybody in there together was pretty good. I liked this one more. Now, I know this is based on a book, that came out years ago, and the Russo brothers picked it up a few years ago to try and adapt it. And I think they did a really good job with that. I think they did a good movie that is pretty straightforward in story. There's not too much to it. The action in it is impeccable. It's fantastic. I absolutely, if I have to pick out my favorite thing in this movie, it is the action, the fight scenes, the explosions, things like that. Like it's just really well done, and I really enjoyed that. Now, as far as performances go, a lot of people seem to be praising Chris Evans' performance because it's very eccentric. And I thought he did a really good job. I liked him. He had a lot of personality to it. But I liked Ryan Gosling's more, who seems to be getting kind of panned on it a little bit from other things I've seen. I don't really want to dwell too much on what other people felt about it, but it kind of brings up. I kind of liked that he was pretty. When you start, he's in prison. He's got like kind of a lot of personality to him. And then later he holds on to that, but it seems like he's a lot more just beat down. Like, I feel like there was an evolution to his character and why his character acted the way that he did. I liked his connection to Billy Bob Thornton's character in the movie, Fritz, and and the backstory there with his niece and kind of how that all plays out. So it was good, but the interactions kind of left me like it just seemed like a lot of characters made choices that were questionable. And some of it was a little bit hard to believe. I understand. Listen, it's not lost on me that Hollywood chooses young, sexy actors to kind of take on, and that's your stars and stuff like that. And I'm not even talking about Ryan Gosling or Chris Evans, because these guys are both in their 40s, and nothing against them. They're both gorgeous human beings. And Ana de Armas, who I think is in her 30s, is an impeccable actor. She does fantastic in everything I've seen her in. I was a big fan of Deep Water, which she was in. My point being is that the guy who plays Carmichael in the movie, I felt like he was miscast, and the woman that works with him in there, I have her name up here, and Jessica Henwick, who you know what? Actually, I do like Jessica Henwick in a lot of stuff, and I think she's a very good actor. I think they both are. I like Regé Jean Page in this too. I think they're good actors. I just think they're miscast. I mean, they seem like really young types. First of all, it was very hard for me to believe that they both went to Harvard at the same time as Chris Evans. That was like, there were supposed to be like three people who went to school at the same time, came out, and started going up the going up the chain. And I'm like, Chris Evans is like in his 40s. You guys are in your 20s. How does this work? It just didn't match. Like, I wish they would have gotten actors who were at least the same age. If you're going to say that, it just did not work. And also, I don't know what government they're working for, but how often do you really see like 20 somethings running up, and running the CIA or running this deep cover organization, and then shunning like the older guys who would probably hold on to power? Like, I get Billy Bob Thornton's character retired on, he was kind of forced out and such, but it just doesn't seem believable to me that this would happen. And guys, I see some comments might be coming up, so just bear with me, and I'll answer your comments at the end. But it just doesn't seem believable to me that like these young 20-somethings would be running the CIA at this time and have this much freedom with no oversight to do whatever they want on certain missions. Just doesn't work. And now I get it. They say that like he was greasing palms, and like there's a lot of like back end deal stuff like that, and he's shady. But at the same time, it's like, that's everybody. That seems to be everybody in the in the organization, especially when it comes to inside the movies and what they tell. And you're gonna tell me these 20-somethings were able to like rise up to the highest power and just take everybody out? And I didn't believe it. And then when you add in there that Chris Evans is their peer, and I'm like, he looks the same age as Ryan Gosling in this. And you're telling me he's as young as these younger, for lack of a better term, because I'm older, kids. It just didn't fit, and it took me out of it. I did see one review that I really appreciated. It said that Page's character Carmichael seemed like he was trying to do his best Jeffrey Wright impersonation. And then when I heard that, I'm like, Jeffrey Wright would have been perfect for this role. I would have believed him to be doing that, because he's still young enough compared to Billy Bob Thornton, where it's like he's trying to rise to power, he's trying to take over, trying to do this, but he's seasoned enough to do it. And then if you end closer to Chris Evans, I know he's a little older, but like I'd find that more believable than how they did it. I know I'm dwelling on the ages thing a lot, and I'm not trying to, but it took me out of it a lot, because a lot of those choices seemed very juvenile. Like, let's blow up Prague, no, there's no repercussions there. Like, it was weird, and it just didn't have a lot of story or heart to it. And I didn't like that. And it seemed like it sacrificed that stuff just more for the action. And it wasn't, that just didn't land for me. Which, again, I said the action was impeccable and I loved it. But I need a good story, too, that kind of carries me. The only thing I found in this that I was really enjoying story-wise was Ryan Gosling's journey and, like, his backstory and stuff like that. I was like, all right, I'm following this. They wrote him really well, but everyone surrounding him and all their motivations just didn't match up, and it just didn't work for me. So, overall with this movie, would I watch it again? Yeah, I'd probably watch it again. And again, to compare it to another Netflix entity when I'm talking about Red Notice is because they're similar in tone, similar in vibe. One is a little more silly than the other. And that's why I think I gravitate towards The Gray Man a little bit more, because I did like the more serious nature of it, where, there's you never felt like with Red Notice, you never felt like they were actually in any trouble. You knew they were going to get out of it. You knew something was going to happen, and they relied on a twist. Whereas with The Gray Man, they didn't really rely on a twist. They relied on the characters, and I like that. And I appreciated that. Well directed, because like I said, even if I didn't like the ages and I didn't like how they matched up, everybody did a good job, and everybody was very delivered their not just their lines, but delivered their actions really well. So kudos to the Russo brothers on that. But overall, I'd probably rewatch it maybe if I was bored, but I got to give this probably a 2.5 out of 5 stars. Middle of the road for me. It just didn't land too well, which is sad. But I'm finding that more and more with a lot of the Netflix big budget pictures. It seems like their documentaries, their TV shows, not the reality. I don't like the reality, but their TV show stuff, like their crime shows, stuff like that, dramas. I really like and I enjoy. I wish with their big budget they would put more into the story, not just sticking a bunch of like huge stars together and then just being like action, action, action. It's like, give me some story, and I would definitely love this some more. But yeah, so 2.5 out of 5 stars. I'd love to see what you guys think. All right. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you guys think. Did you like the movie? You're going to check it out. If you do, check it out. And, I would love to hear, and you have different feelings about it, let me know. Because maybe you won me over or changed my mind or something, because I didn't see it the first time. But thank you guys for watching. We did a 12-hour fundraiser event yesterday. I mentioned in the beginning, it was a live stream. You can go check it out. It's called Casters for a Cause. Lots of great shows on there. But we are still collecting through Sunday, July 24th, for these 2 charity events. You can go to the GoFundMe, which is in the link below. It has a link below, or you can go to thescenesnobs.com, which has links. Guys, make sure you join up on our Discord. We're talking about these movies and more over there. We're having good conversations and a lot of fun. If you guys are interested in our Patreon, with tons of stuff, monthly prize giveaways for one of our Patreons each month. We do Plot Roast, which is another show there. We have a couple other shows showing up. And it's just a good time. Everybody has a really fun time with it. So we hope you guys can join in, check it out, let us know what you think. So I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. You can check us out on the Scene Snobs Podcast, which is our main show. Every Tuesday night, it's live at 9 p.m. here on the YouTube channel, or it's available on all podcast platforms right after the live stream ends. Go check that out. We'd love to see you. Join in. Have a good time with us. But until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan. And this is another movie review from the Scene Snobs. And thank you so much. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Thanks for watching and listening, everybody. I'm the Scene Snob, Mick Manhattan. You can check out the Scene Snobs Podcast live every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern on our YouTube channel, or all podcast platforms afterwards. Also on our YouTube channel, you can check out great shows like Real Combat, the ultimate date show for movie lovers, mixed movie picks with new recommendations every week, Geek Fest Live every Sunday night, and new movie reviews and news all the time. Like and subscribe, then hit the notification bell so you know when all of our new episodes drop. Thank you so much to all of our amazing Patreon supporters, with whom this would not be possible. They help keep the lights on and support us in such big ways. If you would like to become a supporter on our Patreon and take advantage of all the perks like monthly giveaways, early access, and so much more, head on over to the Scene Snobs Patreon page and just sign up on one of our 2 tiers. Join our awesome community of geeks, movie lovers, and so much more, and join up on our Discord. The Scene Snobs Discord is now live, and you can head over to thescenesnobs.com for links to there and more. The Scene Snobs merch store is now open with original and fun designs that are available on all different types of merch and apparel. Check out thescenesnobsmerch.com. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to all of our social media accounts like TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and so many more. We have fun updates, topics, we talk about collectibles, and so much more on there. It's a great time. You can find all of our links to everything on thescenesnobs.com or on our link tree, which are down in the descriptions below. Thanks again, everyone. Stay tuned and stay geeky.